To begin this little bit of a highlight reel, I started off with some of my play-by-play announcing, so you can see a little bit of that.
Hageman starts to pull up, pump fakes a little bit, now passes it back over to McDaniel. McDaniel driving to the hoop, decides best pass to the corner, shot goes up and in right there for Matty Eck. Went right around the top of the rim. That was a close one there. Now bringing it up for the Spartans is going to be Hollick. Hollick passing over to Eck. Eck puts it up for three and scores! Osmond passes the ball off to her teammate there. That's Alexander. Alexander passes outside, and pull up for Hageman goes in. Another three-pointer for the Spartans from that corner. Not too much off-ball movement right now. Nice pick set right there by Osmond. Now being saved by Hageman out to Eck. Her three, and it falls. Acrobatic move by Hageman. Hageman with the ball, pass it to Eck. Eck with a long pass like a quarterback right there. Gets over to Joyner. Now back to Eck. Eck driving towards the hoop. Nice Euro step by Eck right there. She lays it in. How many fast break points can the Spartans get? Constantly getting the steal, laying it up and in. Ross passing off to her teammate. That's going to be Waters. Waters driving towards the hoop. Passes to the corner. Puts it up as Saxman, and it falls. Yeah, while Michigan State had a massive lead. Another steal right there as we're talking about the defensive efforts. Tyre Parks with a nice job. Now shot coming from McDaniel. Nice job to lay that in. McDaniel looking for someone to pass to. An open Eck in the corner. Ends up falling to the ground. Stolen away by Ross. Ross has no one in front of her. Open court. Lays it up and in. You can see Hageman directing her offense. Doing an awesome job from that position today. McDaniel with the ball. McDaniel driving towards the hoop. Pass inside to Elliott, who lays it up and in, hitting the top of the square. Williams getting defended by Elliott. Tries to slow down, but Elliott steals it away. Hageman gets her own chance to an open net, rushing up with it. Nice stop right there. Looks like she was going to pull up, decides to pass it off now to Williams instead. Williams driving towards the hoop, has an opening, and that's her first made shot of the game. A nice job there on the layup by Williams. Took her across the ocean with that Euro step right there. An amazing job. Working with now is going to be Spitzley. Spitzley to the corner, passes off to her teammate, who lets it fall. That was Maddie Waters. Hageman with the ball. Nice job getting an opening right there. Pump fakes, passes inside. Now to Alexander, who lays it up and in. Tough defense being played by the Spartans. Gets it over now to Spitzley. Spitzley trying to get inside, but the hands are active for the Spartans. Take the ball away. McDaniel rushing towards the hoop, trying to get some dribble moves. Another Euro step, and a beautiful layup. A little bit of foul trouble for her there. Still over a quarter and a half left. McDaniel with the ball, and another strong layup with the and one right there. Going to the free throw line now. Started off as an aerial team with all from three. Stunnelberg puts it up and sinks it. That's two in a row for her. Now to the corner. McDaniel driving towards the hoop. Gets it to the corner to her teammate. That's going to be Hollick working with it. Now put it up. That was Elliott for three. That's going to be Eck with a three. And another three-pointer falls. That is her sixth three-pointer of the game. Hageman with a long pass now to Aralt. Aralt working with it, gives to Alexander. Alexander over to Hageman for three. And four for four from three-point land. She is on fire tonight. Yeah, she cannot miss. She has been on fire. And a layup comes for the Broncos in a moment of need. Alexander trying to put it up, decides to pass out instead. That's Hageman. Hageman driving in, pass over to McDaniel. McDaniel working with the ball, gets it over now to Osmond. Back over to Hageman. Hageman for three, and another score. Now a shot does not fall for the Broncos. McDaniel with open space, 2-on-1, a behind the back pass, laid up and in. Great job right there. All the pressure on Elliott after such a beautiful pass from McDaniel. Now gets it inside. Shot unable to fall for the Spartans right there. Passing around, Hollick with the ball, gets it inside, puts it up. That was a great job for the Spartans to score with a point from Brooklyn Brewers. Whenever they get a second chance, they have capitalized tonight. Ross with the ball outside the three-point line. Puts it up and sinks it. A little bit of hesitation right there before she pulled up. Trying to find someone to pass to. Finds it now in Osmond. Osmond inside to Ruers. Ruers puts it up, not able to score there. Elliott with the rebound. Passes outside to Joyner for three. Richardson with the ball, trying to drive, but passes out to the corner, and three falls for Lauren Audino. And looks like the final score is going to be 97-49. Michigan State Spartans with a dominant win tonight. A little bit of theatrics coming from multiple players.
Following the play-by-play, here's a clip of my interview with the boxer named Joey Brooks.
As you switched from MMA to boxing, how was it kind of accepting that this is what you were going to do right now? And even though it wasn't what you wanted to do at first, it's what you're doing now.
Yeah, so pretty much after all my fights I had to talk with my family about, like, all right, is this what you want to do, boxing, or do you want to just stay with MMA? And like, I really did not know at all. We're doing pros and cons of why I should do boxing, why I shouldn't. And then in the end, I was like, it's probably the better decision doing boxing. I could probably get farther in my career. Probably better pay, hopefully. I mean, I could do more in boxing and get more fights, I think, than MMA, which I already proved. I already have a couple fights down already. So obviously the transition was hard, like technique-wise, but mentally also.
Yeah, the whole mental struggle in basically combat sports is one massive thing people don't think about. You're walking in that ring knowing you're going to get hit in the face. You know you're not going to walk out unscathed. How is it walking in those fights every time knowing you're walking in the jowls of death? You're walking into somewhere where you could get knocked out, or you're standing above them holding the championship belt while they're on the ground.
It's something that really gets in your head. It gets in all heads of fighters, Like, before the fight, you always think about, like, you could either be knocked out, like, killed or something. Like, some people die in the sport, which is tragic. You don't want it to happen, but it can happen. So you always got to be aware of all the precautions.
Yeah, I think there's one massive thing that affects basically everyone who's trying to be the best in their certain area of life, and that's something called imposter syndrome, where you feel like even though when you put the work in, you can look back, count the hours, you can count the days, but that all kind of just disappears at times, and you start thinking, do I belong here? When you're walking in that ring, instead of having the whole day where you're just blacking out the world, trying to focus on that fight, you don't have as long of time for that imposter syndrome to creep in and for you to question if your whole ideology is wrong. When you do it just for the walk-up, I think that's such a smarter move in comparison to the people who try blocking out the world for the entire day. Try getting their heads right, because you're just giving more time for breaks in that seal to happen and water to leak in, and you start getting self-doubt the entire time during the fight.
Yeah, 100%.
Following up the Joey Brooks clip, we have a clip with him and his brother after their joint boxing match where they fought on the Battle for the Battleship in Massachusetts.
Today, I have the Brooks brothers with me. Both boxers, both champions now. You can see the belts right on the table. Wanted to ask you boys, Battle on the Battleship. 1,000 people in the crowd. How was it fighting in that atmosphere, and how did it feel just knowing you had that many people watching what you've been crafting over the last few months and all the work you've put in? They're going to see the outcome right there.
All right, so when I go into a fight and I'm walking into the ring and I'm seeing all my fans, family, and friends all fist bumping me, that gets me so hyped, and the whole crowd is cheering. People I don't even know are cheering for me. And then to be on a battleship where you're in the ring and you look around, you see the bridge, the water and everything, it's just such a great environment, and it just really pumps you up, and I was so excited for that, and especially to perform and all the hard work, and I could show that to everybody watching is just an incredible feeling.
Yeah, some people I feel like would get scared of larger crowds when they feel like there's a little bit of pressure on them. I feel like you guys kind of feed off that. You realized, I want to put on a show here. I'm coming through for
You
this.
don't have a choice.
So yeah, I wanted to ask you your side of that too, Mike.
So it was it's just crazy. Like, there's 1,000 people there. Once you're there, you're there. You know you have to do it. You've already sold the tickets. You already, like, there's no way out. So you got to fight your way out, and that's kind of like what I just told myself. I was like, there's no way out. I'm fighting this kid, and I'm gonna win. So because I'm not losing, I'm not going down like that in front of friends, family, and everything like that. So, and I'm not letting my coach or the gym down. So
Following the Boxing Brothers clip, here's one of Cameron Fourier, the daughter of Christian Fourier, who played for the New England Patriots, and she now plays for women's basketball team of Binghamton, joined by Lydia Mordarski playing for Colby College. I included this clip just to show how I interact in a relaxed setting.
I remember seeing that move quite a couple times, and the craziest thing about it, it'd be like, you obviously know Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know a skyhook move. Cam, you got like your own variation on the skyhook. You just go like that, you instead would jump back like that.
Oh, it's like I'm a good defender, and like I could 0 for 10.
Yeah.
Like, I can't. It's like so hard. Like,
Well, you think it's because of the release point being so high, or what would you say?
She's like falling back. And
Oh
like,
yeah, if you lean over her, then you're gonna actually
like
hit her
that,
body.
Like you would just slap her in the face.
Yeah, it's a foul.
Yeah, there's literally, and she's obviously tall.
Cam, you might want to actually like trademark a name for that move.
No,
Make a little bit of money from that. Yeah.
Retire that move.
Yeah.
The Fourier fadeaway or something.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
could go pretty tough.
That works. We can
Yeah.
call it that now. Yeah.
Next clip is going to be of the sons of two former New England Patriots, one of them being Dante Bruschi, the son of Teddy Bruschi, and one of them being Case Mankins, the son of Logan Mankins.
We mentioned during the last episode, maybe the Mayans or someone, whichever civilization takes over us in the next 1,000 years, they're going to be able to find that audio and release it. Obviously, it's not coming out of light right now as we have no video to support it. But during that interview, I talked to you guys about that little gym that you guys had where you worked out during quarantine. You guys have kept steady with that throughout the last couple of years. Would you guys want to go in a little bit more detail for the audience about what that was and what that experience was like for you guys?
Yeah, I'll start. But quarantine hit. Everyone like took it slow, but we definitely like for the first 3 months we weren't doing anything. I'll admit that. When quarantine hit, when it was like real and everyone was wearing a mask, paranoid everywhere, nobody was doing anything. But 3 months went by. We're doing the virtual stuff and all that in sophomore year. Then me and Case were like, nobody else is doing anything, so let's hit the gym. And me and Case started going down to a Poito. He's our trainer. So yeah, we hit him up during quarantine. Like we'd go like right after virtual days, and we'd go right after school days. It all depended on the schedule. But we hit up that gym during quarantine when like nobody else wasn't. So
yeah,
that's what got us pretty strong.
Dante, you want to show the crowd real quick the little reward that you got from working out so hard in that gym?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was climbing a rope in the gym, and then I fell down it, and it just ripped my hand.
Yeah,
that was yesterday.
Price of being an athlete, though. You're actually sticking to it. Just keep working through it. The fact that you can actually show physical marks on your body from how hard you're working, not many people can do that. What about you, Case? What was your experience like with that gym?
It was grind.
Yeah.
You know, hot days. Freezing days, especially. That sucked. And now I look back on it, it went by pretty quick, but I feel like when it was happening, it was slower than ever. And definitely made me, I feel like I got bigger. Like, look back on it, I think I put on like 20 pounds of muscle during that time, like, when no one else was really doing anything. And that was a big advantage going into that season.
Finally, to end the video, here's a clip from my interview with Evan John Baptiste, a baseball player for the Division I program of Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
While we were talking earlier, you mentioned a little bit about how you played with about like 10 different Division I athletes on your travel team. Wanted to ask you real quick before we go, while playing with that level of competition, did that kind of drive you a little bit to work harder and reach those goals that you really set for yourself?
Yeah, I think we all had similar goals, and being able to work with each other pushed us, and to see that so many people were having success that you are so close to, you knew that you could do it yourself. It kind of gave like me a little faith in myself, and it definitely drove me to work hard because everybody was doing it. So it was awesome. I was like so fortunate to be in that realm of people in that group, and they're not just that they're talented people and players, they're all super good people too, so it definitely helped. There wasn't anybody where I was like, man, this kid's kind of is cocky, or he's kind of like mean or about how he presents himself. They were all super humble, down to earth people as well.